Rev it up a little bit. So we're back again today. We're gonna be working on the exhaust for the H2B Civic, that little test pipe section. So we got everything in. So we have to use all of that and make a test pipe. So let's get cracking. And also, I just picked this up. This is a new adapter that they sell from, I think, Civic, where you could just bolt the pipe in, tighten it up, and then just basically have very good 90-degree cuts, 45 degrees, have very good degree cuts. So I'm gonna test it out, put a new blade in, hopefully everything works better than the Harbor Freight one I was using before. So if it does, I'll let you guys know. So this is the donor flange section. This is a 2.5 to 3 inch transition. Goes like that. There's going to be a flex pipe right here, and it's going to bolt into this right here. So I'm still waiting on the flex pipe, but I should be able to at least get the other sections finished and just leave the flex for last. So I'm going to tack this up and start and just make sure everything fits on the car and go forward. So this is the exhaust. Completed. I just did the little tacks to hold everything together. So now I'm gonna work on the back section. So this thing does work very, very good. It gives me a very straight cut. So that work. Now over here, this is a lot of work. Spent all afternoon playing with the axle, try to get them lined up correctly, grinding the block down multiple times, so now the axle fit. Just gonna show you just so some people ground down more. I just slowly creeped up on it to where I got it everything clear. So it still gives a good amount of grip to the oil pan. So that's why I did it this way. So it works. So right now we're just wrapping up. We have the axle in place for the driver's side. This is the hardest side because you gotta grind down the block to make it fit. So that's in. So hopefully when I come back next time, I could just finish up the other side, knock that out, put all the fluids in, start it up, have it running, with just running by its own with no problems, and then go forward. But it's kind of dusty, so we gotta clean it up. So we're back again. We have most of the parts that was needed. We had a few 45s, some pie cuts. So hopefully this will be enough to get the exhaust done on the H2B Civic, and also some hangers for the rear muffler. But yeah, I'm about to put everything in, see if we come up with a plan and knock this exhaust out. So far, this is what we've done. Yeah, I think everything came off fairly decent. Now I just gotta cut this pipe back a little bit, so I can put the flex section in about here. So I have to cut off about this amount of the piping. I think that should be the end of this section of the exhaust. Everything should look good, free flow. So I don't think we should have any real problems. So I'm kind of happy with it. So you just saw this thing. I just used it and it's giving me a very good cut, like completely straight. I was never able to do this before. So yeah, do I approve of this thing? Yes, I do. It's a little you know, you gotta play with it, you gotta work around with it, but honestly, once you get it set up right, it's perfect. Especially for somebody like me who just be playing around. So more or less that's the cut. It's sticking up because this little edge right here. But yeah, that's a very good cut compared to what I normally get, so I'm happy with it. So far the fab work is finished. I'm just going to show you what it is before we completely weld it up. So now I'm just going to tack this back section so the whole pipe will be removable. So the fab work is all finished. The exhaust is up. It's all tacked up, so now I'm just going to cut the muffler off so I could put the new muffler on. So far the exhaust is wrapped up. Well, all the tack work is, so hopefully I just tacked it up. I'm going to fit it on the car right now, make sure nothing moved, and if everything good, just weld it up. Everything looks good. So all the suspension is in, the control arms are bolted up. I still have to bolt this one up at the bottom, and I'm gonna see if I could try to bleed the brakes to at least get some kind of brakes in this thing. Then I have to bleed the clutch, and as you can see, they had the aluminum flakes from when I grind down the block, so I have to do all of that. So now I have to take this off and put on a gasket because there wasn't a gasket. I just put on what I had. And to fix this VTEC solenoid which is leaking, which is the top part, so that part number. So I'm gonna take off this bracket because we no longer need it because we changed to a OBD1 internal coil dizzy, so we don't need that one. And just gotta wire VTEC, which is right here. Yeah, VTEC and the oil pressure switch, and then we should be good to go. So I'm gonna mess around with this and see. So as I thought, whoever had it put Honda bond and the gasket was broken. So because this is broken, it just started leaking when I started to run it. So I'm gonna switch this out right now, put a new one in, clean up the surface, make sure nothing is blocking these oil passage, and then put a new one on. So we should be, hopefully we should be good to go with no more leaks, so I can start working on the cooling system and loading up the base map with Honda. So this is the solenoid cover. So now I just got to clean this out. So the new gasket is in, we just installed. So now I'm just going to put this on, and hopefully this should fix all my problems because everything's already cleaned off. Put this seal down, bolt it up, and start working on the cooling system.